Hi, I'm Jen Broyles, certified holistic health and breathwork coach. And in this video, I am going to share 3 quick tips on how to breathe better and promote wellness through your breathing. So tip number 1, breathe through your nose. And so if you don't know if you're breathing through your nose most of the time or not, I just encourage you to tune in periodically throughout the day and just be aware of how you're breathing. That is the first step to beginning to change your breath and correct your breath is awareness. So having breath awareness is the first way that you can actually make changes to it. So if you're finding that there's times where you're breathing in and out through your mouth, then we want to change that and start breathing in and out through your nose. That's how we should be breathing on a regular basis most of the time, is through our nose. And I have other videos that talk about the benefits of nostril breathing, so be sure to check those out so you can learn why that even matters, because it matters greatly. So that's tip number 1, is to breathe through your nose, okay? Tip number 2 is to slow your breath, okay? So we want to breathe smarter, not harder, okay? So really slowing your breath, breathing less, is much better for your overall health and wellness. There's actually so much science to support that animals that breathe slower, that take fewer breaths per minute, live longer. Animals that take more breaths per minute live shorter lives, okay? And so we really want to, as we're breathing in and out through our nose, we want to slow our breath down. So we're taking fewer breaths per minute. Now, ideally, super healthy breathing would be around 5 to 6 breaths per minute. That may be a very drastic change. So even if we could get around eight breaths per minute, that would be wonderful, because most people are probably doing double that. So we just want to bring awareness, start breathing in and out through our nose, and begin to slow our breath rate down to fewer breaths per minute, meaning our inhales and our exhales are longer, okay? And the third tip for breathing better is to breathe from your diaphragm, okay? So many of us, when we are operating in a stressed out state, we're often mouth breathing and breathing fast and breathing really shallow, okay? And it's all linked together, because if we're shallow chest breathing, then we often feel like we're not getting enough air, like we might feel shortness of breath, which causes us to breathe more, which actually causes hyperventilation and over-oxygenation. So as we begin to breathe through our nose and slow our breath down, we also want to make sure we're breathing from our diaphragm, not from the upper chest, okay? So most people only use about 30% of their lung capacity, because they're doing the shallow chest breathing where they're just breathing through the upper part of their lungs. And you know you're doing this if your chest is rising and falling on your breath and your stomach isn't really expanding at all. If it's mainly your chest that is expanding, and if your shoulders are rising, those are clear signs that you're not breathing through your diaphragm, like deep from your diaphragm, so you're using all of your lung capacity, okay? So when I say this, I don't mean deep breathing. Your breath doesn't have to be super intense. We want a gentle breath, but we just want to be able to use all of our lungs, okay? So try to breathe like from that area of your diaphragm, and you can almost imagine like your lungs are in, like your lower back, and you're breathing in from that, and your belly should expand on the inhale, okay? And when you're doing all 3 of those things, you're really changing your physiology. You're promoting so much greater health and wellness and just balance and restoration to your body. You're starting to calm the nervous system. You're starting to get out of that fight or flight response. You're starting to bring functions in the body back into balance, like your blood pressure, your heart rate, your digestion, your hormones, your circadian rhythms, all of this. Think of all these things that work on a rhythm in our bodies. And as we start to change the rhythm and the pattern of our breathing and slow it down, then it starts to realign all these other functions in our body to operate more optimally. Okay? So again, those three things are: breathe through your nose, okay? Slow your breath down, and breathe from your diaphragm, okay? So I'm trying to demonstrate as I'm talking what that might look like. And really, you shouldn't be able to tell much that I'm breathing because my chest isn't rising and falling. I'm not breathing heavily in and out of my mouth. And it's amazing how when you do tune into this and start to change it, that a calm demeanor starts to come over you too. So I encourage you to give that a try. Please share in the comments below how that feels for you and if it's a major shift for you from your normal way of breathing. And this is just something that you can practice periodically throughout the day as you begin to incorporate some healthier habits. All right, bye.